Have you ever wondered why a pinch of turmeric powder, once used only to tint curry, suddenly appears in every expensive latte or divinized supplement? Behind that stubborn yellow stain on your countertop or fingertips lies a survival algorithm that has operated for millennia. The truth is, what we call a superfood is actually a biological defense system packaged in the form of a spice. Stop looking at appearances, start looking at reality. And this is QC Project, Simple Things. To understand that powder, we have to conduct a reverse sweep, passing the jar and returning to the soil. What ends up in your kitchen begins as part of a tropical plant called curcuma longa, a biological entity in the same family as ginger. This connection is no accident, because turmeric does not come from a seed or a leaf. It comes from a rhizome, an underground stem that looks like knobby ginger root. Fresh turmeric is earthy, slightly bitter, and surprisingly fragrant, with a sharpness, a flavor source code, that does not fully survive once it is dried and powdered. The plant thrives in warm, humid climates, which is why turmeric has been cultivated for centuries across South Asia, especially in India. After harvest, the rhizomes are cleaned, boiled or cured, then dried and ground into the bright yellow powder we recognize. The practical truth you need to know: this process matters. Turmeric is not an accidental color that somehow ended up in food. It is a material people learned to grow, handle, preserve, and transform with intention. The powder is not the beginning of the story. It is the final form of something older, earthier, and much more physical than the spice jar suggests. The transformation from a raw, soil-covered rhizome into the fine yellow powder found in modern kitchens involves a precise, multi-stage process. Following harvest, the rhizomes are thoroughly cleaned to remove all organic debris and impurities. The most critical phase is curing, where the roots are boiled or steamed under controlled conditions. This heating process serves several vital functions. It gelatinizes the starch to create a uniform texture, eliminates the raw, pungent odor of the fresh root, and, most importantly, sets the curcumin, ensuring the vibrant golden yellow color is distributed evenly throughout the fiber. Once cured, the turmeric undergoes a rigorous drying phase, often in specialized dehydrators, until the moisture content is significantly reduced and the roots become hard and brittle. In the final stage, the dried rhizomes are polished to remove the rough outer skin. They are then ground into the silk-like powder that has become a global staple. This industrial sequence ensures that the biological potency and the distinct visual identity of the turmeric are preserved for long-term storage and culinary use. Long before turmeric was packaged into capsules or trendy lattes, it functioned as an inseparable link in daily life across South Asia, especially India. Turmeric's position was never confined to the kitchen. It was a multitasking material appearing in every script, from wedding rituals and purification to forms of blessing. Its yellow hue is not just a visual parameter. Over time, it was encoded as a symbol of cleanliness, protection, and prosperity. This means turmeric didn't just season food, it defined meaning for events. It could be a meal, a household remedy, or a biological marker on the body during spiritual ceremonies. In Ayurvedic practice, using turmeric for wounds or digestion didn't stem from isolating a single compound to build a brand. It was a form of accumulated knowledge through observation, repetition, and lived experience. Turmeric didn't start as a trend, it began as something woven into life from several directions at once. It already possessed core significance, long before modern marketing language tried to sell that significance back to us under the guise of new concepts. While other luxury ingredients spread through scarcity, turmeric expanded because it was versatile. It is a root that refused to stay local, migrating across Asia to the Middle East and Europe, not as a luxury item, but as a pragmatic tool. Turmeric's value lies in its high visibility. Its pigmentation is so intense that it functions as a fabric dye at one stop and an aesthetic color filter for food at the next. The practical truth you need to know. When Europeans tried to label it Indian saffron, they inadvertently admitted its dominance. But turmeric was never intended to replace saffron. It built its own operational niche, cheaper, more durable, and effortlessly integrated into every ordinary kitchen. It didn't need royal status to travel far. It traveled because it fit into the daily lives of everyone. Sometimes a substance doesn't need to be solid gold to conquer the world. It just needs to be useful enough to be irreplaceable. Do not confuse color with flavor. With turmeric, what takes priority in our brain is a powerful visual signal. The ability to pivot the appearance of a whole pot of rice or stew into a golden glow with just a pinch isn't merely aesthetic, it is the manifestation of curcumin, a compound so intense that it acts as a stubborn marker on any surface it touches. The practical truth, you should note, modern science didn't make turmeric significant. It is simply finding ways to label what humans have been successfully operating since ancient times. The consistent pairing of turmeric with fats and black pepper in traditional kitchens is not a coincidence or a miracle formula. It is a pragmatic biological hack. Through centuries of observation, humans realized that for turmeric to actually work within the body, it required specific solvents and directional keys. Tradition, in this case, serves as a repository for optimal technical operations, a form of engineering knowledge that existed long before we had the scientific vocabulary to describe it. While garlic or chili act as direct attackers on the palate, turmeric functions as a quiet orchestrator. Its essence lies not in flavor volume, but in its ability to establish a foundation. Turmeric doesn't fight for the spotlight. It slips backstage to perform the role of a physical glue, making sharp and fragmented flavor structures more cohesive and grounded. The new insight you should note: turmeric possesses a little-known technical property, the ability to stabilize emulsions. In fatty sauces or curries, turmeric acts as an agent that helps oil and water components bond more tightly, creating that signature smooth texture. This is why turmeric appears in every culinary script from curry to industrial mustard. It's not just for tinting, but to manipulate the emotional tone of the dish. Before your tongue detects its earthy bitterness, your brain is already convinced by the warm golden hue, a signal of a complete and safe food structure. In a world of high-intensity ingredients, turmeric matters because it is the only one capable of balancing conflicts to maintain the overall stability of the meal. Today, turmeric has escaped the spice jar to infiltrate lattes, smoothies, and glossy supplement packaging, where it is performed as if it were a modern discovery. This shift is no accident. In reality, turmeric didn't suddenly gain power under the spotlight of wellness culture. It has held that power for millennia. What has changed isn't the root itself, but the operating system wrapped around it. The practical truth, you should note: in older systems, turmeric never existed in isolation. It was a link in a complex operational network of food, routine, and household knowledge. It was how people cared for one another through daily meals. However, modern culture has executed a script extraction, pulling turmeric out of its systemic context and turning it into an independent symbol, a lone superhero forced to carry the entire weight of health, purity, and self-improvement expectations. Consuming turmeric as an isolate rather than a whole food within a meal can disrupt the biological resonance effect. When turmeric is transformed into a storytelling device for self-improvement, we often forget that its true value lies in its persistent, quiet presence within a balanced lifestyle, not as a miracle packaged in capsules or trendy teas. I want to arm you with a filter to sweep away low-quality produce. The 10-second rule. Don't let vibrant wellness packaging deceive your eyes. Use 10 seconds to audit curcumin density and structural purity. First 5 seconds. Scanning the core hue. Look directly at the color of the powder. High-quality turmeric must be deep orange-yellow, warm and vivid. This is the visual indicator of abundant curcumin content. If the powder is pale yellow, dull, or leaning towards a whitish tone, that's evidence of source code dilution. You are paying for fillers or roots that have been stripped of their active compounds, leaving behind a soulless husk. Last 5 seconds. The adhesion test. If possible, observe how the powder interacts with the jar walls or glass surfaces. Pure turmeric containing natural essential oils will have high fineness and a strong bioadhesion tendency, leaving a stubborn stain instantly. If the powder is dry, fragmented, and drops like sand, the protective essential oil system has been destroyed or replaced by anti-caking additives. You are buying a color waste that has lost its ability to resonate with your body. The bottom line, in just 10 seconds, you distinguish between a genuine anti-inflammatory station and a hollow industrial stain. Never pay for turmeric that has already expired in value since the packaging stage. Turmeric never needed the bright spotlights of wellness culture to be powerful. From a survival hardware beneath the soil to a symbol of purity in ancient rituals, it has operated as a silent protective operating system for millennia. The truth is, the supplement industry is trying to extract turmeric from its original script, the family meal, to sell you a miracle in a capsule. They want you to believe in complex scientific names so you forget a simple fact. Turmeric reaches peak performance when slow-cooked with fat and black pepper in your own kitchen. Once you hold the 10-second rule, you are no longer a trend-chasing consumer. You become an auditor who knows how to reconnect with the pragmatic wisdom of our ancestors. If you enjoyed this story, tell us in the comments what simple thing we should explore next. Your idea might become our next episode. And this is QC Project, Simple Things. Thank you for watching. Subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss the simple things in everyday life. Because what you see is never the whole story. There's always something deeper beneath the surface. See you in the next one.